Then why are you making noise? Happiness overloaded. Okay. So happiness overloaded. So good student. Okay, my dear students. Good evening to all of you. Right. That. Okay. Online students. So, am I audible, students? Am I audible, students? Silence, my dear students. Please maintain silence. Yeah. So now I will start the discussion. Okay. Thank you for your response. So now we'll start the most important, concept I'm going to discuss, which is going to start with Python for data science. Python for data science. There we are talking about to learn the data science in real time, and the most of the applications in real time to deal with, we are supposed to learn three important modules. Three important modules we need to learn it. So what are those three important modules? I'm just going to write it, which I'm discussing as a part of your course. So Manas, Ranjan, Patra. Now onwards, we will listen to you twice daily. Excited, sir? Thank you. Okay, my dear student. So three important modules we are going to discuss here. The three important modules are: number one, Numpy. That I am going to discuss here. My dear students, Patnaik. Sir, your voice is not coming. Please take care, and everything is perfect at this stage, and everything is perfect. So I think online students, is my voice is clear? Is my voice is clear? Yeah. One or two students, my dear students, please take care at your side. Proper arrangement you take it. Okay. Please take care of your things. Right. Let me start with the topic here, which I'm going to enter into the place. Numpy, I'm going to discuss for the period of 15 to 17 days. I'm going to take 15 to 17 days. I'm going to discuss. As a part of that, dear students, we are discussing a lot of content which is going to come in data science. And when you are learning data science, generally the people are discussing data science for 1 or 2 days. Numpy gets over. But as a part of my class, I'm going to give exclusive, extraordinary training I will give you on Numpy, that you utilize it. Next, I'm going to start with pandas. Pandas we are going to start with. This also I'm going to start with almost 20 days I will explain. Almost, that is the maximum days I'll write. 18 days I will explain. There I'm going to cover complete concept with EDA projects. I will explain EDA projects. What projects I'm going to explain, I'm going to show you here. Please look at that, all of you. Especially when I'm going to cover as a part of my classes, we are going to start with, generally when you come to this pandas, I'm going to come to this level. Google Play Store project, which is a trending project in nowadays, that we are going to talk. This project I'm going to explain. Directly you can keep in your resume and you can explain that project importance. And next we are entering into one more e-commerce sales analysis, that is Amazon and Flipkart, that kind of things we can explain. That project I will explain. And next one more I will explain employee salary report project. There I will explain this projects. Okay, remove the caps. Let the subject enter into the brain. right? Don't feel, right? Nothing to feel. So after that, I'll give you one homework for you. RBI related project also I will give. RBI related project. RBI related project. That also you will do. After doing three projects, you will do one project. Easily you will do it. These are the three things which I can keep it in my resume so that you'll get ultimate kind of training, exclusive training on pandas you will get. Numpy will be carry forwarded as a part of pandas. Well, and next we are talking about matplotlib. We are talking about matplotlib. Matplotlib. This matplotlib, I'm going to talk about around 10 to 12 days. 12 to 10 to 12 days. There we are going to talk about completely data visualization. We are going to talk. Data visualization, I'm going to explain. This pandas is for what? Data analysis. Data analysis we are talking, and analytics, data analytics we will talk. And this part is going to be doing the complex mathematical operations we will perform. Complex mathematical operations will perform. And we are talking about array based computing we are going to explain. This is about the topics which I am explaining with a complete, with the prestigious organizations, RITs, NITs, triple ITs, and the prestigious BITS Pilani kind of things. I have seen it and I prepared the content of that. That's why we are discussing this many days. Okay. If you go to anywhere, we are going to Seema, Neha. I can discuss SciPy also, Scikit also, Scikit Learn also. I can learn Scikit Learn also, and NLP also. I will discuss Keras also. That we are going to discuss as a part of AI. When it comes to AI, Seaborn also, there are so many. Seaborn also, we can discuss a lot more third party modules. This we will discuss generally as a part of what? AI. So at present, we are talking about Python for data science. This is a compulsory for what? AI people and those who are learning machine learning, those who are learning deep learning as a part of our class, I'm going to discuss. When we further go to what? Data science exclusive training, again, artificial intelligence, machine learning, and deep learning, you are going to get these things also. Okay, now? So, any module is coming in the near future, you can understand very easily once you get a training on this area. Understand, students? So, the total duration of this entire thing, by taking extreme days, you take it 17 plus 18 plus like this, you take it. Almost it will take between 50 to 60 days in the middle of it, it will take. Right? Rather than covering NumPy in 2 days, NumPy in 2 days, Pandas in 2 hours, and Matplotlib is in 1 hour. If I complete it, nothing will come to us, and we are not going to get any calls also. When we go to the real time, by keeping the Python into the resume, they will ask compulsory this kind of things. Understand? So this is an exclusive training I'm going to give. Exclusive training I'm going to give and try to utilize my sessions. Exclusive training on this modules I'm giving and utilize my sessions of this 2 months. You keep maximum between 50 to 60 days it will complete. And to learn this course, to learn this course, what is the prerequisite? What is the prerequisite for understanding this course? What is the prerequisite for learning this kind of course? Number one, you must know about complete, data types in Python. Complete data types in Python. And the complete data types in Python, I said in my class, very detailed, almost 20 days I explained. The success route of the student in dear students, this data types will enhance your skill, will enhance your talent in data types. If you know, you can learn anything. So, coming to the point of it, next one I am going to take up complete Python data types you must know. Number two, you must know about what? Flow control statements, you must know about it. Flow control statements, you must know about that kind of thing. Flow control statements are simple. What are those? If statement, simple if else if statement, match case, while loop, while else, for loop, for else, those kind of things you must know. And in our class, problem solving statements, I said so many number of things. These things must be known. Plus, you must have the idea about what modules. And of course, this is not necessary. I will take care this kind of thing. Modules I will take care. And these two things are compulsory. You must have the prerequisite. Okay. Shall I move to the further? Now I am going to introduce directly enter into the topic. Numpy I am going to start here. So first module I am going to start, and here giving introduction that to this and everything is not there. Already you are all full stack students. You are all full stack students. Already you completed Python, and at least the data types you know, operators you know, flow control statements you know, bitwise operators you must have the complete knowledge. That bitwise operators, generally most of the trainers, they won't explain. They don't explain the real-time standards. In our class, I explained complete meaning of what bitwise operators in the class. Fine. Right. Now I'm going to start with entering into, and you know, online students, maybe there are different students who are there. There are different students who are there in the class. Now coming to this point, the online students, if you look at, I'm going to give you any doubts you have, any doubts you have, you don't feel any tension. It is my systematic approach for you people. I will explain to all the students doubts at the end of the class. At the end of the class, by calling your name, by calling your name, by calling your name, I will ask your doubt and I will explain. I will explain with a complete coding. I will explain with complete coding. And you have already seen my Python classes, and complete coding related things only will be coming. Because when you go to an industry to crack the job, you need what? Coding. If you say, I will write theory, sir, like pages, I'll write additionals, I will write a big handbook, I will write and give to the examiner, that days has already gone. Right? When the task is given, you have to do with what? Code, that's all. So, I'm going to introduce, this is my prerequisite, and this is my way of clarifying your doubts. At the end of the class, I'll clarify, I call your name, and I will explain to you that particular code. Okay, let me start with the first module called what? Numpy. And I want to ask you one simple question to the students who are from different batches who are available here. Maybe some different batch students are also available. I hope so. I just want to ask a small question. Other than my batch, any students here? Just and you don't feel any tension here. You don't feel any tension. Other than my batch, any students are here? Some girls are there. I know they are not raising the hand. Only so two boys are raising the hand. I like it. So, any other boys? Only two boys. Okay, one girl. Good. So, coming to the point back. So, those two boys I will take if they are positively thinking. Are you positive thinking? Can I ask one question? No. No. Compulsory no. Okay. One question. One question. No. Completely no. Okay. Leave it. No students. No problem. Girls. One question. Both girls. Different batch. Friends. Can I ask one question? One question. One question. Only one question. No? Okay. Okay. No problem. Only one question I will ask. Any girls? Okay. No issue. Students, almost 817 online, and then offline almost 400 students are there. At least one student give me a permission to ask the question. Stand up. The student, two boys has raised their hand. No, you are my student, I know. Other batch student? Okay. Now keep your mobile in the packet first. Now, what is the version of the Python you learned in your class? 3.10. What is the present version we have in the industry? Come on. 3.12. 3.12. Okay. No issue. Good. Now, like that, one more question I will ask you. Block shirt. Yeah. Don't feel because you are in my class. I'll ask. Keep the button. Okay. No problem. So black shirt matching. Why that sound is? Okay. Now I'll ask a question. No, nice students. How many data types are there in Python? Silence. How many data types? How many data types in Python? No problem. Sit down. How many data types? That is the subject. 14 data types are there. Okay, my dear students. Let me start the subject. And don't worry. This 14 data types you must know to understand this session. Let's start. The first one I'm going to introduce Numpy here. Before entering into the Numpy, it is my style in the class. We are entering into the first module. We are entering into the first module called what? Numpy. So this Numpy index I'm going to show you. Index I'm going to show you. So this index, when I start any topic in our class, I used to write what? Index before the sessions. So that index I just want to show you here. Please let us follow very carefully. Now I'm going to take up in this place. If you come, there is a Numpy here. There is an index I'm going to show you here. Please look at that Numpy related index. I'm not writing because it's a very big index. Index, basic introduction to Numpy, why Numpy programming is required, the traditional differences between Python and Numpy, and advantages of Numpy, ND array. That is the beginning why I'm entering into Numpy. And there are a lot of coding examples I will explain through this discussion. A lot of coding examples will be discussing in the session. And next we are entering into creation of Numpy arrays. And this is a completely new subject for you, and you are not at all having an idea about it. You are completely new. This subject is totally new. They'll make you expert in this area. So there is a concept called what? There is a concept called what? Arrays, array of, a range of, linspace, zeros, ones, full, I, identity, diagonal, empty, random library module. This is going to be a separate explanation I'm giving. Randint, rand, uniform, random, normal, shuffle. Here I'm going to explain normal distribution, uniform distribution. There are probability related kind of concepts are there. Because when you go to data science level, they will ask these concepts. And every question which is coming in data science level about this Numpy, Pandas, Matplotlib, I am sure from our notes only. Well, next part is called what? Array attributes and Numpy data types. There I am going to discuss in detail of it. And next is called a view versus copy. View versus copy. Mirrored copy, mirrored view. I'll explain. And next I'm going to talk about indexing, slicing. We used to learn in our Python regular classes. Indexing and slicing, we are learning it. And we are learning in this class extra what? Advanced indexing. On what? We are learning about the 2D matrices and 3D matrices. In your C language, C++, you have seen about matrices, rows and columns. But here you are seeing about 3D matrices, 4D matrices, 5D. More than any D, I can go for it. What is its real-time implementations? I am explaining in the classes. Basic indexing and slicing, advanced indexing, and condition-based selections. Okay. Next, how to iterate the elements of ND array we are going to enter into by using Python loops, by using Numpy ND array functions, by using Numpy ND enumerate functions. These are very regularly asking questions in the interview point of view. How do you iterate the elements of Numpy? We are going to with the coding also. Arithmetic operations, that is also known as what you know, matrix operations. We are going to talk about it. Matrix operations. We are talking about all sorts of matrix operations. Broadcasting. We are talking. What do you mean by broadcasting? Broadcasting rules. I'm going to explain. Next, we are talking about array manipulation functions. Reshape of, resize of, flatten, flat variable, ravel, and then transpose with coding. Complete, everything is coding only. Next, joining of multiple arrays into single array. Concatenate, stack, V stack, H stack, D stack. D stack we are discussing. Splitting of arrays, split off, V split off, H split off, D split off, array split off. In short, these are all called. Next, sorting the elements of ND array. Very regularly coming across requirement in data science level. Now, searching the elements of ND array, we are discussing that. How to insert, this is the most important. Everything is an important. How to insert the elements into ND array. Insert, append. How to insert row, how to insert column, how to insert multiple rows and multiple columns. So many more things. How to delete the elements from ND array. Matrix multiplication by using dot matrices, dot function. Importance of matrix class in Numpy library. Matrix operations in ND array. And next, the most important traditional model nowadays is linear algebra. Have you heard about linear algebra in school days? Something like, I used to tell even in my regular Python classes also, 2x plus 3y is equal to 6 and 6x minus 2y is equal to 12. Find the value of x and y. Write a code for this is called simultaneous equations or linear equations. How to find the x and y values? That I am going to discuss in the class. Not only two variables are having here. There are many more variables are there. X plus Y plus Z also will be there. That linear algebra I am talking. So inverse and matrix power and det and solve. There are so many number. Rank of the matrix. All those things I'll explain one by one. And IO operations with NumPy. There is a file related operations with NumPy. Files. In general Python it is available. Next, basic statistics with Python. Basic statistical operations with NumPy. And next I'm going to talk about NumPy mathematical functions. What are the various mathematical functions? Trigonometric functions, financial functions, universal functions I'm going to explain. And how to find the unique and then count those elements. This is called the index. Along with that index, additionally, I'm going to cover lots of other topics as a part of NumPy along with the above index. Not only the index which is mentioned here, I will cover some additional index also for you people. Are you getting, students? Like that, pandas index is also there. Matplotlib index is also there. Whenever I come to that, I will introduce that kind of thing properly. And the only thing is, while I am explaining, you have to practice after going to home. And I'm going to give these notes systematically. The moment when class is over, like our regular Python classes, how I used to send the notes, systematic with the spoon feeding notes with examples and everything. Like that, I will send you the notes to you people. Okay. So let's start with, we are entering into the first basic thing is called what? Numpy. Introduction to Numpy, I will explain. So I'll give more priority here, coding related things, because in data science level, we are writing the coding only by using all these kind of things. Here also you are getting so many number of functions you use to get it. In Python also we are getting so many library related functions. And here also so many number of functions we are going to get it. Let us start. Right now, don't worry about the Google Classroom. In 1 or 2 days, I will create the Google Classroom link I will give so that you people can see the notes. So today, don't worry about the notes. Today, I will give the introduction for NumPy. So let me start NumPy introduction here. So SD, how about pandas? So by taking the index here, you can't do anything with that. I said need to follow me carefully. I will give now NumPy pandas, which is ready with me. That is also I will show you when I come to pandas explanation. Okay, now shall I start my discussion now? Well, so NumPy I am going to discuss here as a part of NumPy. Why this NumPy is more popular in the present world? First of all, I will go to NumPy stands for numerical Python. Numerical Python. Numerical Python. NumPy. And a very recent question, afternoon only, I've seen one question in the MNC company. NumPy stands for. Of course, it is a big company. They are given for option one, number picker, number picker. Number two, NumPy package, numerical package. Next, third one is what? Numerical Python. And D is what? Number Python. So if they don't know about that, there may be chance of getting. Of course, I am not making you to learn Python full forms. And beginning days when you say what is full forms, we used to say technical answers for you people, right? So what is the NumPy stands for? Very good. Slowly, I will get into the subject. Already, our classes in Python, how effective they are, Slowly, I will get into the subject. And you don't know anything about this. I don't want any of the basics of anything else. I don't want any of your basics. I'm the whole and soul responsible for this topic. Even if it is Django, even if it is any topic, I am whole and soul responsible for your full training without any of your basics. But one thing I expect from you people, you must know about what? Data types. Because being a Python development for data science, I cannot talk about what? Data types here. Because in my regular sessions of Python, any class if you take it, data types, if I come to that, where the data types are going to be fundamental data types, sequence category data type, list category data type, set category data type, dict category data type, none type data type. These are called 14 data types are there, classified into 16 categories. 6 categories. And how well I taught to you, you already know. Right? All combinations, list in list, set in set, dict in dict, so many combinations I said that are useful today. Why you can learn data science with the left hand, left finger of my being a Python student? Because of deep discussion about the data types is the success mantra over there. So now I am coming to NumPy stands for what? Numerical Python, of course. Now students, what is the use of this NumPy? If somebody asks you directly, what is the use? What is the purpose of it? I am just writing. NumPy used for number one for performing complex mathematical operations. For performing complex mathematical operations. For performing complex mathematical operations. Sir, what is the complex mathematical operation? Can you give a small example? My dear students, here I am going to take this is a matrix A. Careful, all of you. Number 10, 20, 30, and 40. This is called, I'm talking about your childhood days matrix, A matrix. Next, B matrix also I'm going to take it. B matrix. I'm going to take 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. This is called one more kind of matrix. Now I am asking A plus B. Find the addition of two matrices. What is the addition of two matrices mathematically? 11. That is called element wise things you will be getting added. You already know that. 22, 33, and the next 44. My dear students, this is called addition. Correct? Well, first of all, what is the use of matrix? What is the use of matrix? Generally, no student knows. 10th class matrix is there. Intermediate matrices are there. Engineering matrices is also there. Plus, everywhere else matrices are there. But what is the use? Nobody knows. I will tell in the class. What is the use of matrices in real time for analysis, for analytics purpose in Numpy? I will explain in the class. Okay. Now, to perform this operation, in C programming, how many lines of code I will write it? For reading A matrix, I will write two loops, I will write it. First loop, second loop, and one scanf statement, I will write 5. 5 statements for one for loop in for loop reading A matrix. Same 5 statements for B also. Same thing for calculation also, same 5, 15. Printing A, 5. Printing B, 5. Printing 6. Almost 30 lines of code I need to write in C language. Is it easy for you writing 30 lines simply? No. C++ also same, Java also same. In Python, it is a little less. Even in the classroom, I will explain. How to do the matrix multiplication, matrix addition with Python. Right. I will write just 15 lines of code over there. Even it may take dynamism if I go. It may take even 30 lines of code also. That is about what? Non-Numpy kind of concept. When I come to Numpy, I will write in 2 lines. Just 2 lines I will write. That too with what operator? LKG level of operator called plus. So how it is possible just 2 lines, sir? That is an inbuilt facility provided in where? Numpy. Such a complex lines of code you are writing in C, C++, Java and other languages. When you come to all of a sudden to Numpy, you are just writing how many lines of code? 2 lines of code you are writing. Is it not a great module? Yes. So what is Numpy? With Numpy, I can do what? Complex mathematical operation. Not only that, my dear students, take an example of what? 10 and then 2 and then 4 and then 5. Find the determinant of a matrix. Determinant of a matrix. That A in school days and all. How do you write a code for determinant of A? It takes almost 20 lines of code. In Python, I will just write only 1 line of code. In Numpy, I will write only 1 line of code. So when you go to the data and science, when you go to this complex mathematical calculation, we never write kilometers of code. We never write tons of code. We will write simply what? Very smooth flow I will write. Very simplest lines I will write it. That is what is my success in data science level. I want to find the inverse of a matrix. For writing inverse of a matrix, again I have to write at least 40, 50 lines of code I will write it. But when I come to Numpy, I will write just 1 or 2 lines of code I will write it. I want to do transpose of a matrix. For that, rows into columns, columns into rows. Again, I will write lots of lines of code. When I come to Numpy, I will write what? Less lines of code. 1 or 2 lines I will write it. The beauty behind is what? There are a lot of facilities are provided in where? Numpy. All these operations requires in where? My data science level. So to understand the data science algorithms very perfectly, we need the coding. That coding is called what? Numpy you are learning it. And as on today, if any Python programmer go to an interview, along with the Python, they will ask compulsory these 3 modules also compulsory they are asking. That's why we are giving us exclusive training on this 3 modules. Are you following? Next, one more thing, there is a 3 by 3 matrix you take it. These are all regular questions my students already faced in the interviews. How do you find the determinant of a 3 by 3 matrix? 3 rows, 3 columns. Mathematics, just aware the mathematics. Coding I will tell in the class. How to write the determinant of this matrix? I'll explain in the class. 3 by 3 matrix, even if you forget in school days, I will explain in the class. You know how spoon feeding level of explanation I will give to you people. So, how to find out? That is a big paper is required to write that mathematical calculation. In Python, I will simply do what? 1 or 2 lines, I will find the determinant of it. Is it not a complex mathematical calculation getting carried with 2 lines of code or not? Next, last and final, I am taking 2x plus 6y is equal to 2 and 9x minus 2y is equal to 13 and find the value of x and y. Find the value of x and y. First of all, what is the significance of linear algebra? Why linear algebra required in analysis? What is the significance of this mathematics in computer science? I will explain all these things. I will just write in 1 line of code I can do. I can find x and y. Mathematically, if I want to find out, I can go to substitution method, elimination method, Cramer's rule, Gauss-Jordan method. You are writing convert into matrix or not? R1 to R1 minus R2, R2 is equal to R2 minus 2R1 like that childhood days. You remembered? Really remembered? Huh? Can I give one problem? No, don't do that work, sir. So, I know, you just heard about it, but today not remembering. I'll explain you, don't worry about it. But put your patience in the class. I'll explain everything. Such a type of complex mathematical operations you want to do, the one and only dominated kind of module is called Numpy. Numpy is totally different from where? Python. So with Python, if I am able to write 20 lines, with Numpy I can do 1 or 2 lines, I can do it. That's why Numpy is the more popular for which purpose? Complex mathematical operations. Number 2, Numpy is one of the open source library. Open source library. Using that library, we are going to do what? Array based computing, we are going to use it. Array based computing. What do you mean by an array? What do you mean by an array? I need not to worry about your C language arrays, nothing to worry. I am only going to give you. What is an array? English meaning of array is called what? Organizing homogeneous elements is called array. Array of boys. There is a group of similar items. Array of girls, array of mobiles, array of teachers. These are all called what? Group of similar elements organized into a single object is called what? Array. In your colleges in C language, what they said? Collection of similar data types, they said. There is a blunder. Data types, no. Data types values. Data types means int, float, etc. Are they collection of? No. Collection of similar type of values are called what? Array. Are you following, students? What is an array? Homogeneous or similar. Heterogeneous elements, are we call it as array? But in Numpy, we call it as array. How? I will explain that. Typecasting concept I will use it. Typecasting. Do you know typecasting in my class? 13 typecasting techniques are there. Int off, float off, bool off, so on, dict off. Out of 14 data types, there are 13 typecasting techniques are there. Those typecasting techniques. Other batch students, don't worry. I will give you that. When I come to that point, I will explain that point and I will move forward. Okay, students? Don't worry about it. You relaxedly come to my class without any tension. I will explain so perfectly for you. Array based computing. Sir, which type of arrays you will cover, sir? Number 1, 1D array. 1D array. What is 1D array? That I don't want. If we say full form, you are a waste candidate. If we say full form, you are a waste candidate. One-dimensional arrays means either row form or column form is called 1D array. Like outsider, if you say what is 1D, one-dimensional, if you close your hands, that is a waste candidate, waste answer. What is 1D array? Organizing the data either in row format or column format is called what? 1D array. Are you able to follow? How to create 1D array? Lot of methodologies I will tell you. Lot of mechanisms I will tell you. Next, second one I am going to tell you 2D arrays. That is also known as what? Matrices. Matrices. What is meant by 2D array? Organizing the data either in the form of row or column is called 1D. Organizing rows and columns is called what? 2D. 2D. I will explain 2D. You don't put your old answers. I will create my one knowledge for you. Next is called what, sir? Next is called one more 3D, 4D, ND, 6D, etc. That is called what? 3D arrays. 3D arrays will be coming that are used in the industry for what? Image processing. For what purpose they are using? Image processing. For example, my dear students, please look at that carefully. I'll take it. I have a matrix like this. Observe it. And how well these matrices are available. How well these matrices are available. This is called one matrix. And you don't worry about it. I will explain once again in the classroom. This is called one matrix which is available like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There is one more matrix I am taking, student. One more matrix I am taking. This is going to be something like this. This is going to be something like this. Having some data like this. Some 4 and then 5 and then next is called 6 like this. I am having 0. I am having 5, 7, 8, 9, 10 like this. And like that I am having one more matrix also. Like that one more matrix I am having 3 by 3 matrix. This is going to be using something like this. Be careful. I'm going to use it. I will explain the architecture of it. I will explain the architecture of it. All these architectures I will cover in the class by covering this entire things here. It is looking like what? It is looking like what? Cube. Is it looking like a cube or not? It is used in where? 3D geometries, HD movies. These are all places we are using for image processing level is concerned. We go for this type of 3D matrices. Are you following me? As on today, photographic images, if we come, all 3D pictures are coming. 3D pictures internal implementation is called what? 3D matrices. Are you just able to see this? And this type of things we are going to explain you. Nothing to worry about it. These are called which type of concept this is? Array based computing. How many types of arrays are there? 3 types. Spell out all of you. 1D array, 2D array, 3D array. It is nothing but simply called as what? ND array. Stands for n-dimensional. It is not only used in image processing. We can use it for data analysis part also. I will explain the importance of ND. And followed by, this is called the purpose of what concept? Numpy. Our throughout the concept we are using, if somebody asks you what is the use of Numpy, you have to tell Numpy is one of the open source library used for performing complex mathematical operations like trigonometric operations, financial operations, statistical operations, general mathematical operations, matrix operations, all of them. Along with that, we are doing those operations in connection with what? Array based computing. That arrays are of how many types? 3 types. 1D, 2D, ND. And in YouTube, XTube, YTube, ZTube and all, they will say 0-dimensional arrays also they will say. And as a poor student, if you listen that and if you go to industry, they will say 0-dimensional, you will say. You will become 0 that time. 0 dimension when it comes, I will explain in the class. Let us move to the further. Now students, this NumPy module, some people will call it as a module, some people will call it as a package also. Some people will call it as a package, some people will call it as a module also. Anyone you call it, there is no rule, there is no restriction on it. You call it as a NumPy package, no problem. You call it as a NumPy module, no problem. But when you come to the programming as usual, it is treated as what? Module only. Because we are saying import NumPy. You already know Python modules. Module syntaxes are what? Import calendar, import math, calendar, math, and all those things are what? Import Numpy. What is Numpy? Leave it. What is Numpy? In place of import, next, what is available? Module is. What is Numpy actually? Even somebody says package also, no problem. Because as a part of our class, you know what is the function, what is the module, what is the package. I used to explain three things very clearly. And nothing to worry about that packages, module and everything. I'll explain in the class. For everybody, for outside students, for other students, I'll give you complete clarity on this entire area. Numpy module or what? Package developed by Travis. I'm writing Travis. Even in my regular Python, I used to use this name, Travis Oliphant. Travis Oliphant. Elephant, no, Oliphant. Travis Oliphant. ETEL, some name is there. Simply, we will call it as what? Travis. In the year 2005. In the year 2005. Maybe this is your birth year, I think so. In the 2005 or 2005, or you might be born in 2002, 2003, like that. In 2005, this type of module is developed by what? Travis Oliphant. In which language this is developed? It, you know, students. Numpy module or package developed in C language and Python language. They developed it. Sir, why? C language is meant for what? As I already said in my classes, this is for what? Fastest execution purpose, and plus for comfortability purpose, they used Python language also. Are you following me? Yes. Numpy module developed by whom? Travis Oliphant in the year 2005. And nobody will ask in which year it is developed and all. Nobody will ask. At least you remember, Numpy module is developed by what? Travis. In which language it is developed? In C and what? Python. Why they used C language? For fastest execution. Why Python they used it? For comfortability in writing the coding. Dear students, Travis Oliphant, Travis read, Travis has gone through some module. Travis has gone through some type of what? Some type of module, some type of library he gone through it. That library name is called numeric library. Numeric library. I'm just talking about its historical development for a few minutes, so that I will slowly bring into the subject. The moment when you come to my class, directly giving injection, you will get pain. Directly coding will give pain. First, I will do what? Make you to sit in the chair. What is your name? What you taken in afternoon? Do you like chocolate? After that, taking the hand and putting the spirit and slowly giving injection. That is called slowly asking like that. Slowly making you to enter into the coding. So this introduction is very, very important. Well, Travis gone through a module called what? Library called what? Numeric library, which was developed by what? Which was developed by Jim Hungunian. He is the one more scientist. He developed the module called what? Numeric library. Numeric library developed it. This module was not providing so many complex mathematical operations, not able to develop it. That's why this numeric library read by whom? Travis. And he developed a new module called what? So, numeric library successor is what? Numpy. Numpy predecessor is what? Right. Like a Python, when Guido van Rossum developing Python, Guido van Rossum has studied the language called what? ABC language he studied. ABC language. And nobody will ask this question. Just I am giving you the root level reasons for learning the Numpy module. So Guido van Rossum has studied the language called ABC. He developed the language called what? Python. Like that, anything, some invention want to takes place, definitely they will go through some basic infrastructure they will go through. So Travis has gone through which library? And he identified what is required, what to develop extra, what are the problems with it, what is not addressing. All those things are newly developed. So many features in where? Numpy. So Numpy is a successor of what? Well, now I am going to use it. Now I am going to use it. Dear students, here Numpy is one of the third party module. Is one of the third party module. Third party module means what? It is not available in Python. It is not available in Python. Import math, import CSV, import calendar, import pickle, import that, this, etc. It is not there. It is one of the third party library. Third party library means if I import directly in my Python command prompt or in PyCharm or somewhere else, you will get what? Error called what? Module not found error. In the beginning days, I said learning Python is nothing but learning about modules. In the features of Python, if you listen very well, learning Python is nothing but learning about modules. So many trainers will give only theory. Because of the theory, student will become unemployed only. The student will feel that they know Python, but when you come and sit in front of the interviewer and they will ask only code. And the last 2 days, I conducted one workshop also, hacker ranking problem. That type of problems only you will come across in interview. And almost all our questions which are present in our classes are related to very modern examples which are there. If you see anybody's notes, they will have only theory. They won't cover the coding. Because of theory conducting, you won't write examinations in the software field. You are writing only coding. That's why expect complete coding in the classes. So coming to the point of it, here Numpy is one of the third party module. That means Numpy not present in Numpy module not present in which one? Python. So Python developed by Guido van Rossum. Guido van Rossum did not develop which module? Numpy. So it is not a first party module. Second party, OS developers. OS developer did not provide this Numpy. Then third party, some scientists like Travis Oliphant, some scientists like John Hunter, some scientists like somebody else. Like that, different people has developed different modules for what? Python programmers. For which purpose? For getting some additional benefits to the Python programmers. Such a type of module we need to take into our Python programming. That facility is known as what? Embedded. Embedded means what? Plug in some third party modules into our programming is called what? So how to use the third party modules? Are you understanding this? So Numpy is a Python module, a third party module. So how to use third party module? Now I am telling in this class. Since Numpy is a third party module, to do this many number of operations in my real time, I need the module called what? Numpy. Since Numpy is a third party module, we can't directly import which module? Numpy. Whenever I import, you will get what error? Module not found error, you will get it. So that I will write it. We can't import directly, so that we must install explicitly. We must install explicitly by using a tool called pip. By using a tool called what? Pip. Pip. Spell out pip. This tool is present in our Python software only. And you don't ask me, people are waiting, sir, what is the full form of people? Because I am not a faculty to tell about the full forms. I'll tell the full form of it. Even Guido van Rossum did not give the full form of it. Many of the people's opinion I will tell you. That opinion also you tell in the industry. Sir, where is this pip tool is present? I will show you in the class. All apps, go to the Python ideally. This is a Python ideally. You know the importance of Python ideally in my classes. Go to file, open, file open. There is a scripts folder. My dear students, KVR, app data, local and Python 3.312. This is the current version of our Python. Under that, there is a folder name called what? Scripts. Under that, I will click scripts. You click on it. No files are shown over there because you need to choose what here. Python files are there, but you need to take what? All files. You need to take what? All files. Whenever I take all files, you will find what? pip3, pip3.312, you will get it. And I will prefer always what? Pip I will take it. So what is the pip? It is one of the package installation manager. Spell out what is the pip? It is one of the package installation manager. It is supplied along with the Python software installation only. Choose that. All files I will take it. Here we are having pip 3.12, pip 3. They are called applications. These kind of modules I must take into me. This kind of application I need to take it. So they are finding in where? They are finding in where? You have seen the location. Are you finding? So why they gave pip by the Python people? Why they gave? To make the student or programmer to install which modules? Third party modules. Sir, what is the syntax for installing? Syntax for installing. Syntax for installing. Which module? Numpy module. Not only installing Numpy module today, tomorrow Pandas, tomorrow Matplotlib, tomorrow Scikit, SciPy, and PyTorch. Any module which is a third party, simplest syntax is what? Pip install. What is the module name? Numpy. With this kind of thing to be used at Windows command prompt. Windows command prompt. I will tell you at where PyCharm also I will tell you. I will tell you about Jupyter Notebook also I will tell you. Jupyter Notebooks way I will show you how to download. This I will go to installing. Can I go for install? To uninstall the module, syntax for uninstalling the module, syntax for uninstalling the module. So I'm going to enter into that. So Sai, sir, can you please give your Python notes, sir? See, my dear student, I will give my Python notes. Don't worry. I'll give to all the students who are attending Numpy Pandas. I'll give my Python notes in 2 zip files. I will give to everybody. Don't worry about it. I will give my Python notes for every student, which is available in 2 zip files. So to these 2 zip files I will give you. Very soon as the Google Drive is created, immediately I will give you the type of zip files I'll give, which contains total Python notes is available with a spoon feeding, with a beautiful programs and everything is available. Don't worry. So let me continue the session now. How to uninstall? Uninstalling Numpy module. So you are supposed to use pip uninstall. What is the module name? Numpy. Shall I go for installing now? Let's go. To install at this place, command prompt. Go to the command prompt. There I will say run as an administrator. Why administrator I am using? Because for my easy scrolling the window, I am starting in the Windows command prompt. So there I will install. How to install? Pip install, pip install. What is that? Numpy. You may ask a question, sir. Pip is a tool available in where? C:, app data, local, KVR, and then Python 3.12, and then scripts folder. And you are using the pip under which folder? Windows 32, like that. Because during the installation time, you set one mark added to the path you set. That path itself is making us to use pip anywhere else in the command prompt. Dear students, you have to use this pip install this Numpy in the Windows command prompt only, not in the Python command prompt, not in the Python ideally shell. Now run this now. If this module is already installed in my local system, you will be getting this requirement already satisfied, you will get it. If it is not installed, now it is getting installed. My dear students, before using this pip install numpy, you must have what? Internet connection is required. Internet connection is required because pip tool is going to connect to whom? GitHub. The base code is available for numpy in where? GitHub. So this NumPy was developed by Travis Oliphant under the organization copyrights called numpy.org. Like python.org is there, na? Like that www.numpy.org. Under that organization, this NumPy module is there. They put the base code under where? GitHub. Any type of module you are installing with pip, you must have an internet connection. Without internet connection, if you try to install, you are going to get an error called what? HTTP connection error, you will get it. Are you following me? Right. Let us run this now. See that, press enter key. You are getting this requirement already satisfied. That means this module is already there in my system. When I taught to previous students, it is available. Today I will uninstall. Can I uninstall? Come on, how do you uninstall? Pip uninstall. Uninstall. What is that? NumPy. So it is getting uninstalled. So finding it is getting uninstalling now. Say capital Y. Do you want to proceed capital Y, small n? Says capital Y and say S. It is getting successfully uninstalled NumPy 1.26, 1.26.4. What is 1? Come on. Already explained in my classes. Present version, latest version, future release, preview version, so many things. What is 1? Major version. What is a 2.6? Right, that 4 is called alpha beta versions, that you least bother. Now can I install now? Yes. Suppose if I go to my Python command prompt, go to the Python command prompt once. There you go. Once you go to it, Python here, all apps here, go to this Python here, Python 3.12. When I start here, enter this Python here. This is my Python command prompt. This is a minimum requirement student must know about this knowledge. If I say import NumPy, you are getting what? Come on. That means this module is not there in where? Python. Import what? Math. Math is a module which is present in Python. I will take math.sqrt of 25. Answer is coming. Import calendar. Import calendar as a C and a print of what? C dot month of what? 2024 ninth month calendar. Ninth month calendar I'm saying. So you are getting the ninth month calendar. So calendar is one of the predefined module of what? Or Python. This is a normal Python class. Now today I'm importing what? NumPy, which is not there, which is known as what? Index error, attribute error. Next is called indentation error. So many number of error names you know or not? Error names you know. So coming to the point of it. Now I'm going to enter into where? Uninstall. You've done it. Coming to the point of. Can I install now? Yes. Sitting in first chair and then sleeping. Boys, see how sincerely they are listening. Boys, sincere. Girls, sincere. But sleeping, she's sleeping. And how she's sleeping, I'm getting really attracted. Nicely sleeping. She's my favorite student also. Sorry, sir means no. You need to listen my class. Sit properly first. Like that. Listen the class. Serious. Actually, I don't do this comedy in the class because for my experience, it is not good for me. Because I am actually a serious faculty. You know that. In total class is totally subject only I speak. But sometimes if any sleeping students are there, because I want to save their future, that's why I will make them wake up in the class. Like everybody, I don't do fun in the class. Always subject, subject, subject. My Python classes. Right. Come on, install. Now I forget to install. Come on, how do? Pip. Install. NumPy. Numpy. See, my dear students, it is getting installed. See the dotted lines. It is installing the collected package, successfully installed what? Numpy. Numpy 2.1.1, which is 2 point is called what? Major, 1 is minor, and dot is alpha beta. Do you know how to install Numpy model? Yes. Do you need any basics? No. What is pip tool for installing third party packages or modules? PIP stands for, it is the opinion of most of the industry experts, Python package installer. They put a fancy name called PIP. Don't write it. You don't write it because students are very fond of writing full forms. Don't write it. What is the PIP? It is a package installer manager which is used to install which modules? Third party modules. Okay now? Well, move to the further. Go to the place. Go to the Python. Now you say, see, it is not permitting me to go to what? Scrolling up and down. That's why I used to start a command. I kept a small icon there. Now I am saying like this. Python 3.12.5. Now I am saying what? Import numpy as NP. What is numpy? Model. Third party model. Import, you know, import is nothing but something like what? Using third party. NP is called what? Alias name. Alias name. There I will write it. Print of. See, it is getting. No error is coming. NP dot. NP dot. Module name dot. Small thing today I am writing. What is that? Underscore version. Am I getting the version or not? It's just testing whether my numpy is working or not. Just testing whether my numpy is working or not. Up to here, clear or not clear? So tomorrow somebody asks you what is numpy. Can you speak about 2 to 3 minutes? What is numpy? Numpy stands for numerical Python. Numpy is one of the open source third party module developed by Travis Oliphant in the year 2005. Numpy module developed in C and Python. Why C for fastest execution? Why Python for comfortability in writing the coding? The purpose of NumPy is for performing complex mathematical operations and to perform array-based computing like one-dimensional data computations, two-dimensional data computations, n-dimensional data computations. We are using what? NumPy module. That is more than enough. Now we will enter into the coding part. Do you know how to install the third-party module? Well, this is at which level I said? Python command prompt level. You can go to Python ideally also. Python ideally also. Go to Python ideally. This is the Python ideally. There also you write it what? Import numpy. You can write it. Need not write alias name. Numpy dot numpy dot underscore version underscore of. You are getting 2.1.1. This is at which level? Ideally. Once if I install it the Windows command prompt, I can access everywhere else. Well, even in my class when I explained packages concept, I can access anywhere else or not. As how to develop our own modules in your respective classes might be explained some places, might not explain some places because it is not covered the topic. In the topic coverage, I will explain once again. Okay. Come to another thing called what? PyCharm, I will take it. The PyCharm concept I used to cover in the Python only, but PyCharm I am going to take it. 2024 version, I am taking that. That I will go for taking into close this part, close this project, go to new project, you know, all those kind of things and everything in this place. So 6 p.m., NumPy examples, I'm going to take it. It is a project creation here. And there I am writing students. And PyCharm is one of the third party IDE developed by JetBrains company and using the copyrights of Python software. JetBrains company copyrights of Python Software Foundation completely purchased. That means all modules of Python are available, but third party modules information is not there. Are you following me? Let's go to that. I'm saying new file, say Python file. I'm taking what? Numpy tester, numpy tester.py, numpy tester.py, py. There I'm going to write it. Numpy. The immediately red underline came. Numpy dot double underscore. I'm writing version double underscore. Don't worry about the double underscore. I'll explain everything. Run this. You got an error called what? Module not found error. Module not found error. So you take an example of what? Calendar you take it. Calendar you take it. Calendar as C, you take it. There I'm going to write it. C dot the month of 2024 and then ninth month you take it. Try to run this code. We are getting the month of that particular September and everything is coming. If I go to that, no error is coming because the calendar is a inbuilt module of what? Python itself, developed by Guido van Rossum. Are you following me? So, such a type of module I want to take it, students. Here numpy as np, it is an alias name I am taking. Numpy as kvr, you can take kvr. Then I am going to get it kvr dot underscore version of it. Alias name is nothing but something like a nickname. Listen, both of you. What is writing? Ramayana Mahabharatam. Don't write, listen. Listen the class. So, kvr dot underscore, run this code, you are getting module not found. So, I need to go for configuring or not? How to configure for third party module? Simple. Go to main menu. Under that settings, there we are having what? Our project name. What is our project name, ma? What is our 1 minute, students? Just a minute. This is called what? 6 p.m. This project name is that. Go to where? Click on that. In this project, our Python interpreter is not recognizing NumPy module. Python interpreter knows which module? Python modules only it knows. It don't know about what? Third party modules it don't know. That's why you are going to take what? Python interpreter. Click on Python interpreter. There is a tool provided by them as what? Pip version. And see that. What is this now? Plus symbol is also there. You can install in two ways. One is by double click on pip. One is by single click on plus. See the plus there, ma? Plus is called what? Install. Minus symbol is there what? Uninstall. So it is your choice. Either you double click on pip or you single click on plus. So I am double click on where? Pip. So it is showing. Now it is connected to GitHub. It is bringing all the available modules from the repository called GitHub. It's a version control. There we are going to look for what? Come on. What is my module name? Numpy. Numpy is a module. Please look at description. Fundamental package for array computing in Python. What is the array types? 1D, 2D, ND. Plus complex mathematical operations we are going to perform. Who developed that? Travis E. Oliphant. So once you learn something, it should be practical. So answers you have to see in the system. Because when you go to interview, whatever you speak through your laptop. Explaining something, code is something, output is something, student will become nothing. Go to an interview with a laptop. What you are speaking, your code also need to speak the same thing. That is your talent. Okay. Go to who is an organization for that? Numpy.org. Okay, my dear students. After selecting that module, go for what? You see that. What is available? Install package. Install package. Can I click on that? You please take that and click on install package. See the version, specify version. Here you will get green successful things you will get it. It is under what? Installed. Come on, see this message here. Package NumPy installed successfully. say after completion of it, say close, say okay after that. So no red underline. Are you following me? Let us run this code, say numpy. Here I will get the things in this right side. So go to that on the top of that. You see more, all of you. Is it 2.1.1 is coming or not? Yes. Are you understanding how to configure that? Now, if we go to this place, let us leave that. Go to the place once again. I forget. Go to where? Settings. Under that, your project name, Python interpreter. Is the NumPy module installed or not? What is the version? 2.11. What is the latest version? Suppose you want to uninstall. Go to select that. Click on where? Okay, see that, click on that, say that is package numpy uninstalled successfully. Say okay, and then see that run. Red underline came, run again. What is happening? Module not found error. Are you following me? So, is it easy to install the third party modules? This facility is known as what? Embedded. Embedded means bringing third-party modules used in the Python coding. It is known as what? Embedding. So do you know how to install third-party modules? Please tell me, I forget. Go to main menu, settings, select your project name, Python interpreter, plus. Now you'll use plus, one click, plus. It will show all of them. Suppose if it is not showing, you click on this symbol. Are you seeing this symbol? Reload. Now go forward, numpy, numpy, numpy. One more module I will show you, my dear student, which I used to tell in the class, Oracle DB. I used to tell Oracle with Python database communication. Oracle with MySQL database communication also I used to tell in our regular Python. Who developed this Oracle DB? Anthony, who is a third party vendor. This is also called third party module or not? Well, I will take it as next one more called what? Matplotlib. Matplotlib. It is also one more module, student. Third party module. Developed by whom? John D. Hunter. John D. Hunter. I used to discuss in the class about emoji kind of concept. Emoji. You have in your mobile emoji is there or not? Emoji symbols that are developed by whom? Like this. This person, he is an author of that. Like that QR code is there or not? QR code. QR code is also I am going to tell you in the classes. That QR code is going to be developed by whom? He is an author for it. And Python supports a lot of what modules? Third party modules. I used to explain all these things in our classes. Okay. So coming to the point of it, say plus, and I'm going to take up what module? NumPy, NumPy. You select that and click on what? Install. See mom, install package. Click on that install package. It is here you will get it successfully installed. You will get it. Once it is done, close it, say okay, then you run this. Then you run this. Take this now, run this code, and you are getting the output as 2.1.1. Are you able to follow? Well, students, now if you come to a conclusion, today I just give you what? Introduction to NumPy. Why NumPy? Just historical development only I give, and how to make my environment ready for NumPy environment. So I said who developed it, what is the purpose of it, how to install it, which year it is developed it, that's all, and purpose. That is more than enough in the first day. You got it, all of you? Are you comfortable, girls? Right. So coming to the point of it, first thing, foremost important thing, what is the purpose of NumPy and how to install this is the most important, and who is an author. These two things is required. For my satisfaction, all of you answer my question. Who developed Python? Who developed NumPy? Yes. What is the purpose of NumPy? For performing complex mathematical operation and for performing array-based computing. You have seen the help also that time. And you are getting how many types of arrays are there? Three. 1D, 2D, and ND. Do you know how to install this module? Right. How do you, which tool you will use? Pip. What is the syntax? Pip install NumPy. So this you need to use it where? Windows command prompt. Suppose when you come to PyCharm, you need not to go to Windows command prompt, directly go to settings and you can configure it. Clear or not clear? Right. So tomorrow class when I come back, I will enter into the subject part. Coding I will introduce by introducing the Numpy model. Concept I will cover and I will go for why Numpy in technical field, where we can use it, what is the advantages of it, and I will go for introducing the coding. Okay now? So online students, I hope that you people are understanding. Is my class is clear? So students, this is the first day. My class will be 6 to 8 and the first few days I'll start. Few days in the sense 3-4 days I'll start at the time which I set. So coming to the point of it, my dear students. So coming to the point of it, Mohammad Arshad, thank you my dear students. Now I'll move to the further. Now I'll stop my class at this stage. I'll stop my class at this stage. Tomorrow I will go for what? Entering into Yashwant. That also I will explain. That also I will explain to you. So not only for array-based computing, what happens? So coming to that, Ramanjanelu, I'll tell you, ma. I'll tell you. First, try to worry about it. PyCharm and VS Code. All those things will come across. Don't worry. Okay now? So I'll stop the class. Tomorrow don't miss it.